All right, we're live. Just give me a moment to check my sound levels. I think I should be okay, but just to make sure. Just give me a moment to check my sound levels. Okay. Okay, we're good. Now let me share that I'm live right now, and then we can get started. Yeah. Let me share. Let me turn this off. Come on. Stop acting numb. Okay. All right. Let me just share this out, and then we can get started. Oh man. I'm a little bit tired. I have some stuff to do today, but I should be able to cope. Yeah, just do this. All right, just give me one moment. Okay, okay. All right, so it's out. We're good. Yeah, we're good. Okay, what's going on, everybody? Who be 186 back again with another video. If you guys haven't watched it, check out the Overrated Podcast channel. Uh, we got a bunch of stuff on there. Did a console tier list a week ago, and we also did a couple podcasts this week, and yeah, we do them every Monday. Yeah, every Monday afternoon, evening, probably between 6:30, 8:30, whenever we're situated, we do that podcast over there. So if you guys haven't checked it out, please check it out over there, right? And this topic will be a discussion on that channel on Monday as well. But I figured since I'm off today, I finished all my stuff I need to do. I figure I talk about this because this is something that when I first saw this news, right, and let me share the thing right now. Ooh, where are we at? All right, let me share this right now. When I saw this news, I was stunned because this is something that you don't see very often in the gaming industry. It may happen a lot behind the scenes, but for one figurehead to openly call out another, it's pretty interesting. So as you can see here, Sony's Jim Ryan says Microsoft Call of Duty promise was inadequate on many levels. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is something that we covered on the program, on the podcast, right? And this whole Microsoft Activision thing that's been going on, and everything that's gone on seemed to be surrounding what's going on with COD. You know what I mean? It just everything it just seemed like every amount the all the discourse seems to be surrounding what's going to happen with Call of Duty. Now, I think Sony currently has a 2-year deal left with you have a 2-year deal left with um with Activision on the Call of Duty deal. So they get first dibs on betas and stuff like that, and early access. They like Sony had that deal, right? And the history of the Call of Duty like access deal and stuff like that goes all the way back to the 360 era, right? When the definitive version of Call of Duty was on the Xbox. You know what I mean? And then with the DLC packets and stuff like that. So Call of Duty is a big deal, and it still is a big deal, even though I guess most people would say that it's not what it used to be. Call of Duty is still a very big deal. It's a huge game. It's probably Sony's biggest moneymaker when it comes to overall revenue. So inquiring about the Call of Duty deal is not what I have a problem with. What I have a problem with is what this fucking idiot did today, and I'll explain why I call him this. Right? Let me read the article. Sony's PlayStation CEO Jim Ryan has revealed that Microsoft offered to keep Call of Duty available on PlayStation for 3 years beyond its current Activision deal. After, and this is what Jim Ryan said, after almost 20 years of Call of Duty on PlayStation, their proposal was inadequate on many levels and failed to take account the impact of our gamers. Right. So, this talking about the whole thing with the UK lottery. Last week, the UK Competition Authority said that it was concerned that Microsoft's $68.7 billion Activision Blizzard acquisition could harm rivals by shutting them out of popular games like Call of Duty, World of Warcraft. Um, Phil Spencer essentially responded by saying that the company made a deal with Sony to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation for several more years in an offer that goes well beyond typical gaming industry agreements. However, Sony is apparently concerned about the arrangement. I hadn't intended to comment on what I said or what I understood to be a private business discussion, but I feel the need to set the record straight because Phil Spencer brought this into the public forum, Ryan said. Microsoft has only offered for Call of Duty to remain on PlayStation for 3 years after the current agreement between Activision and Sony ends. We want to guarantee PlayStation gamers continue to have the highest quality Call of Duty experience, and Microsoft's proposal undermines this principle. Right, and I think that's pretty much it. I don't think there's anything else I need to read here. Look, hold on, let me read this tweet. Okay, and yeah, you see here, Sony, obviously Sony and Call of Duty, it's a big partnership for Sony, but here's the thing, right? And this is where I have to kind of go in on Jim Ryan because I'll be real with you, I'm not a fan of this guy, not a fan of what he's done for the platform. I don't think the platform been bad by any stretch of the imagination, but some of the stuff that he said in the past, and I'm not a fan. And the thing is that he says that he would not have commented on it unless until Phil Spencer made the comments, and what Phil Spencer said was very, it was a benign comment. It's nothing to there was nothing to set the record straight on. It really wasn't. So him talking out of his ass, so Jim Ryan talking out of his ass holds no water to me. You said what you said, and now, in my opinion, and again, it's just an opinion. I don't know. I don't know if this is I don't know if this is actually going to be the case or not. With these comments, I feel like he's put the opportunity to have Call of Duty continue on the PlayStation in jeopardy by coming out, and I mean, based on what I can read, acting like a petulant child over it. Now you know me. If you watch my channel for a long time, I put a huge value on exclusivity, right? Console exclusivity. I've always believed, and I will continue to believe, that in order for your platform to be the best it can be, where console, whatever, you need to offer the best, most compelling games for the people who buy your console and to entice other people to buy your console. It's not controllers, even though it does play a small part. It's not, I wouldn't even put online service, even though they'll play a part, into it. The most important thing a console needs to have is exclusive content. I will always believe that, despite what Microsoft would tell you, what influencers will tell you. I believe in exclusivity. So, since I believe in exclusivity, I can't be on Jim Ryan's side on this. At the end of the day, they bought the franchise. They bought the studio, that they bought the publisher that owns the right to that franchise. It is what it is. And for him to come out, whine and complain, and be like, "Well, we want the high quality Call of Duty experience." Well, it's not your decision to make anymore. It's not. Microsoft owns that franchise, and you have to deal with it. Point blank. Period. You know what I mean? Like I like, and here's the thing that annoyed me most about what he said is This no like in this all this news that's been coming out about the jockeying position between Sony and Microsoft and all this shit revolving around COD. And like I said, COD is obviously a big game, but this notion that all this stuff is happening and everyone's going crazy over one fucking franchise is crazy to me. At the end of the day, it's one fucking game. I get it. It's a big game, but it's one fucking game. And considering that you have all these, and this is for Jim Ryan, considering that you have all these so-called games as a service games coming out, you got reportedly 10 coming out. Why don't you put all your energy into those studios making a rival to Call of Duty? How about that? And people are gonna be like, oh well, it costs money, blah blah blah. You never finish. I don't want to hear that shit, man. I don't want to hear that. I don't fucking care. I don't care, man. Like I miss the days where, like, okay, obviously look at Killzone, right? I love Killzone, right? It was touted as the Halo killer. Clearly, it didn't do that. Ironically enough, 343 did that for them. But back in the day, they were looked upon like shit. Guerrilla Games, Killzone, billed as the Halo killer, right? And while it didn't do that, you know what it did? It provided another choice for gamers. It provided another game for gamers to play. And I played the shit out of Killzone 3. That was one of my favorite games online to play. It was a fun game. It was a fun game to play. You know what I mean? Even though yes, it wasn't as good. It wasn't as good as it didn't sell as well as Halo. It wasn't as high in Metacritic as Halo, but at least the fucking game was fun. It was a fun game, and one of the better games that Guerrilla Games made until obviously they moved on to Horizon. You know what I mean? Like where's the competitive spirit when it comes to these games nowadays? We don't, because everything is tied up to money, right? Like everything's tied up to, well, we have to worry about the shareholders and we have to see if this game is gonna make money and shit like that. And it annoys me. I understand it from a business standpoint, but it annoys me because I think it does nothing but harm consumers when you don't give them choices. When you don't give them the opportunity to you don't give them options as far as what to get, right? And we've seen how that worked out for Madden. You know what I'm saying? When you arbitrarily destroy competition, then you're not gonna get fucking it doesn't come with good results, in my opinion. It doesn't come with good results. And that's and to me, and I see people, and I see so many Xbox dudes do, and I see like influencers like Dustin Legary, whatever fuck his name is, going on about, well, what about like Jim Ryan calling out, what about the whole Final Fantasy thing, right? They're not the same fucking thing. They're not. At the end of the day, Sony offers Square Enix a deal, and Square Enix took it. We don't know if Microsoft offered them a deal. I know Microsoft is not as they're not as blazing to get third party exclusive deals, but when you think about it, they don't fucking need to anymore. Because why? Because they have Game Pass. They have Game Pass. Because they're banking on having as much third party games launch on Game Pass. So like they don't need to fucking make it exclusive for their platform. They're gonna bank on the fact, hey, if you have Game Pass, you get this game day one, right? Like that's what they're banking on. That's what they're banking on. But make no fucking mistake about it. Like people saying, oh, this is retribution for what Sony did all last generation. What did Sony do last generation? Give their consumers games? Like and this is something that a lot of people they just I just feel like everyone is so concentrated on the wrong thing when it comes to this situation. Like this is not about exclusivity deals in the past. That had nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. And every company known to man has been guilty of doing this. It's not Sony's fault that Microsoft, when before Game Pass, they went after certain games that didn't hit, and Sony just used their leverage, used their popularity to get the big bangers to come out on their platform. Third party, I mean first for third party come out first on their platform. Not their fault. From based on what I heard, when it comes to Street Fighter, Sony helped fund the game. Like, and I see people saying, "Oh well, they made that exclusive." No, the fuck they didn't, because that game was out on PC. All you dudes who bitch and complain about Street Fighter Five, you're gonna play that game day one on PC. And then I see people bring up Spider Man. Hello, Sony owns Insomniac, who is making the game. Now, could I sit there and be like, "Oh, they're making an IP, and that IP should be those games in the past has always been on multiple platforms"? Yeah, sure. You can do that part. I don't have a problem with calling out Jim Ryan on his hypocrisy is perfectly fine. I'm doing it right now. But the reason why I'm doing it is because at the end of the day, when it comes to Jim Ryan, like what's he bitching about? Oh, because why? Because you want the best deal for your PlayStation. Like, my guy, you don't hold the chips in this situation. You don't. You're at the mercy of Microsoft when it comes to Call of Duty. And instead of just trying to kowtowing and frankly port begging, I want you to get one of those all those fucking studios that you guys have one or two of them make a Call of Duty competitor. How about that? Kowtowing and port begging all because of fucking Call of Duty. It's fucking sad. Fucking sad, man. And to me, like, and look, like I said before, I've always believed that exclusivity is how you get down, right? Is how you make your platform appealing. What's going on, Malta? How you doing, bro? Like, I've always felt that exclusivity is important. Phil Spencer is the head of Microsoft Gaming. Yeah, Microsoft Gaming. He's the head of Xbox and stuff like that. That's who he is. And Jim Ryan, the head of PlayStation. And they had, well, really, Jim Ryan called him out for I guess being disingenuous with the whole Call of Duty deal. And his name sucks. I mean, look, I don't care about the dude's name. Like, I don't care. Like, to me, I don't understand what he means to accomplish by doing this. They need to put out more Halo games. Well, I mean, they're not going to, man. This Halo Infinite, that's supposed to be like a 10-year plan. But the thing is, with Halo, I mean, how can we trust the company, the developer that's making that game? I like. I mean, I like the game. I don't have a problem with the game, but the amount of content that it launched with was subpar. The progression system is my biggest issue with the game. Is subpar, and they are already pushed back content for future years. So I don't know, man. They need to get this shit in order before they can make any other Halo games. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Right? Like, I don't have a problem with exclusivity, right? I don't have a problem. I think it makes your brand better. So I can't sit here and be against what Microsoft is doing. You know what I mean? I can't be against what Microsoft is doing, because at the end of the day, it's their game, and Jim Ryan's gonna have to deal with that. Is their game nowadays. And if you think that you're gonna get a deal that is adjacent to what you were getting beforehand, bro, like, you're I don't know. I don't understand what his mindset is. I don't get it. So Malta, you said, hey man, the campaign released only 3 weeks after the launch. Well, that's the thing. I never played the campaign. Like, I don't give two shits about Halo lore and the story in Halo. I don't give a shit. All I care about is the multiplayer. That's it. But and people are divided on the single player anyway. Some people like it, some people don't. It is what it is. But to me, I just feel like the discourse that went on Twitter it's so misguided, and then obviously more of this bullshit about some Xbox dudes saying that Sony killed Sega because of practices like this, and it's just fucking stupid because people don't understand their history. People just they live in the now and they don't look to the past as to what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people saying that, oh, well, it's all Sony's third party dealing is this is what they're reaping what they sowed, without mentioning all the deals Microsoft made, and all the deals Microsoft made not only during the 360 era but during the Xbox One era. Like Titanfall, the original Titanfall is never coming out on PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have multiple Dead Rising games that are not on PlayStation. Is that what the game called, Dead Rising? Yeah, I think it is. And they have games coming out now, and these are not games coming out from the studio that they bought. A lot of those games that they bought, that they purchased third party deals from, they're not coming to PlayStation either. So, like, people just going back. This people just saying shit just to say shit. I don't. He probably at work, I think. But this was meant to be like a one-on-one thing. Yeah, you may hear that on Monday, maybe. You never know. You never know with him. But he's probably at work right now. But it was always meant to be like a solo thing on my channel, and then Monday we'll do the podcast. But yeah, man, I see people defending it. Like, look, I see I see people defending, saying that Jim Ryan calling him out, good for calling him out. Like, we don't know what Phil Spencer's proposal was. None of us knows. None of us know what his proposal is, and frankly, like, it really doesn't even matter, because at the end of the day, if you really want Call of Duty to be on the platform, then yeah, you're gonna have to bite the bullet on it. Like it's not your fucking game anymore. You don't have the power in this situation. Who dresses better, Jim Ryan or Phil Spencer? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a flying fuck. I don't care. I don't give a shit about none of these dudes. Like, I don't care about none of these dudes, man. Especially Jim Ryan. Cause I dislike what he said in the past. Like, the whole thing about whining, complaining about, oh, it hurts me that not everyone can play on PlayStation. I'm like, yo, then put your fucking games on Xbox. Like, shut the fuck up with that bullshit, bro. Like, seriously. If you don't like it, fucking go bring all your games to Xbox. Put all your games on PC day one. Give me a break with that bullshit. Let me see. Steve, like, you not liking the campaign part is part of the problem with gaming industry. You get stuff like Titanfall and GTA Online, where single player starts becoming obsolete because of gamers like you. Hey, if I don't like the campaign, I'm not playing the campaign. What am I going to play the campaign for? For what reason? To justify the price? I pay money for what I want in the game. The reason why, you want to know why I play GTA single player? Because the single player is normally good. And I'll play the online once in a while. What other game did you mention? Titanfall? I never played Titanfall, so I can't speak on it. But if Titanfall had a compelling single player, I would play it. Like, I tried playing the last Call of Duty, the last Call of Duty game I bought was Modern Warfare. Right? I tried playing the single player. This shit bored me to tears. That shit bored me to tears. So why should I keep playing it? Because they offered it to me? No, fuck no. If you're more, I'll gladly pay the $60, $70 for what I play the most, which is the multiplayer. If it's good, then I'm happy with it. Let me see. So Moto said that you two have the best chemistry. That's why we had the podcast. Like it's funny how y'all almost always going at each other, disagreeing and shit. Like, yeah, that's just how it is. But the one thing you know with our podcast, that's not fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not fake. Like, we argue all the time, but that's my best friend. Yeah. I mean, bro, if you want to join in, you can join in. But like, I figured that you were working. Yeah, I figured you were working. But this topic, I'm not waiting till Monday because I got some shit to say. It couldn't wait till Monday. I have some shit to say about this because I just find it so dumb that he would just go out and just bring this out there in the public. And what Phil Spencer said was nothing. It was just it was nothing to where he needed to respond. I guess because he felt that we offered them a deal or whatever, and it don't matter what the deal is. It's their fucking game at the end of the day. It's their game. So if it's their game, they're gonna give you the deal that they feel is right for them. Yeah, it's that simple. It's that simple. It would be one thing if Microsoft tried to tinker with the current agreement, then I would totally understand what Jim Ryan was saying. But this is not it. After the last 2 years, then that deal's done, and that deal's done. The deal has been completed, and you're gonna have to do a different deal. And if you can't go by pretty much, if you can't go by what they want to do because since it's their game, then there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. And instead of except for make your own fucking games. Make a Call of Duty clone. Do something. All this whining, bitching, and complaining about Call of Duty, trying to act like this game is like the biggest game in the world, and there's nothing that can compete and whatever. It's dog shit, man. I'm fucking tired of it, man. I'm over it. Where's the competitive fire at when it comes to this company? Where is it? I'm sitting here and I'm reading all this stuff and I see all the fanboys going on like, well, Call of Duty wouldn't be nothing without PlayStation. No, the fuck it would be just as big now as it was, regardless of whether it was PlayStation or Xbox or whatever. The game caught fire. It's a juggernaut. It is what it is. Like, it don't need PlayStation. It didn't need PlayStation. Frankly, it didn't even need Xbox. But let's be real here. The height of the game was from Xbox. Was when the game, when it was during the 360 era, and the combination of the great gameplay of the original and Xbox Live, helped its popularity. That's a fact. And listen, I'm a PlayStation guy, but like, I'm not gonna lie to you just for the sake of lying to you. I'm not fucking doing that. You got a bunch of Xbox dudes lying on Twitter about Sega died because of Sony, which is complete and utter horseshit, right? They come up with all these fucking third-party exclusive deals that Sony made, completely inconveniently forgetting all those fucking games that Microsoft bought away from Sony. And ultimately, I don't have a problem with none of it because exclusivity is how you breed competition. That's a fact. It's how you breed competition. Don't let any influencer or any dipshit on the internet tell you otherwise. Don't let no one tell you otherwise. Don't let it be, the company being so pro-consumer. Fuck that bullshit. No one gives a fuck. I don't fucking care. The only people who care are fanboys. All I care about is the game. That's it. I don't give a fuck about. I don't care about Ryan. I don't give a fuck about Spencer. I don't care about any of these figureheads. They're people I don't know or give a shit about. I don't care. All I care about is games. That's it. And oh, I got a message on the nothing. Um, yeah, I don't care about none of that bullshit, man. Like I care about the games. Yeah, Hoopster speaking fact. Continue to give us sports news. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely, bro. Like I ain't got no problem with that, man. Like I think because you have to remember, man. Like when I growing up, with the Super Nintendo Sega era, like who would win in a fight between Spencer and Phillips and Ryan? I mean, Spencer looks younger, but like I don't even care. I really don't care. The fanboys will care, but I really don't. But yeah, man. Like, but growing up in that era, where they didn't try both competitors didn't try to be like each other. They went at each other's necks. You know what I'm saying? Like they would do things behind the scenes like Nintendo, especially Nintendo. Nintendo notorious with how they try to screw over Sega behind the scenes, right? But none of those fucking stupid Xbox fanboys will even mention that on Twitter because they don't fucking know, right? But regardless of that, all the shit that these companies did to go at each other, right? You want to know why Streets of Rage was created? Because Final Fight, which at the time was the biggest what do you call it? The biggest beat 'em up there was at the time. Capcom, like I mean Nintendo came up with an exclusive deal with Capcom. Hey, we want this game exclusive for Nintendo. So Sega was like, all right, let's get a team together and let's make Streets of Rage. And which franchise is more relevant to this day? And I'm a huge Final Fight fan. Huge Final Fight fan. But the franchise that's more relevant currently is Streets of Rage. Let me see. Traditionalist. COD is a cash king, just like how Halo used to be, and now Fortnite. Sony will have a hard time to compete with Halo Gears. They tried with Killzone and Resistance and abandoned both. Yeah, they did. But you know what they did? They tried. And hopefully one of those 10 games as a service game that they have, hopefully they'll compete too. Because let's be frank, right now, Call of Duty game being on PlayStation, it has an expiration date currently. It has an expiration date. So instead of whining and complaining about it on to interviewers, get your head out of your ass. Go to whoever developer is making a first person shooter and tell them, yo, let's make this shit hot. Let's compete with Halo, Gears, and Fortnite. Because again, I mentioned Fortnite. No, Fortnite wasn't a thing 5, 6, 7 years ago. Wasn't a thing. Every shooter, every popular shooter that we have currently has a beginning, has a start, and then it blows up. That's all I'm asking Sony to do is compete. That's it. That's all I'm doing. Just compete. Instead of whining, complaining to the fucking journalists like whining, complaining, oh, the deal was inadequate. Man, fuck you and your deal. They own the game now. They own the game. So you're fucked. Make something that competes. Malta says Super Nintendo versus Genesis and Philips CD Atari Jaguar TurboGrafx still in the mix. And this other guy who I don't hate. I don't hate Omega, but I mean K Mega, but he said some stupid shit. Oh, Sony use these practices to kill Sega, and he bought Atari Jaguar. Like, come on, seriously, what killed the Atari Jaguar? Sony or the fact that they made a garbage ass console with a calculator as their controller? Like, fuck out of here with that bullshit, son. Complete another trash. Did y'all ever play those? Are you talking about the games or the console or the other console? Because when it comes to the games, I play Fortnite. I don't hate Fortnite, but like I haven't tried the no building thing, but it's too wacky for me. I can't go back to it. Obviously I play Halo. Gears, I like Gears, but honestly, it gets kind of lame to me. It gets kind of boring to me after a little while with Gears. And then if you're talking about consoles, out of all those, the only one I played was Genesis and Super. That's it. And Fortnite's lame. Yeah, it's not. Like the game's not for me. That game's not for me. Like maybe I might try it again to see how it is, but it's too wacky. Yeah, it's too wacky. Um, Let me see. Like I don't know if I have anything. I really don't know if I have anything else to say about it. It just to me, I'm just so frustrated with the reason why this news frustrates me is because it shows how dependent Sony comes off as with this complaining about Call of Duty and not realizing where the position that they're in. They're not in a position of power. They're not. I don't care. Again, I don't care what I don't care what Phil Spencer's deal is with Call of Duty. I don't care what they're offering. I don't care. At the end of the day, they can do what they want. It's like sooner or later, that acquisition is gonna go through, and it's going to be their franchise. Yeah, I don't. But the problem is that there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can do about it. They bought Activision. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna stop playing Activision games? No, I'm not. If Microsoft's gonna make these big money moves, we all know why they're doing it. But the fact is, they're doing it, and there's not what am I gonna do about it? If I like a game, I'm gonna play the game. I don't care. That's why I have multiple consoles, right? And that's why I always waffle between getting a Switch or not. But like if I want to play like some of the games on it, like I'm eventually I am gonna have to buy one. I can't sit here and beg to Nintendo, hey, can you bring Breath of the Wild to the PlayStation? Right? Like I would sound stupid doing that. I would sound stupid doing that. You know what I'm saying? But you know how it is with these influencers, man. They'll be like, oh, but they don't hold that shit. They'll hold that energy for PlayStation, but they'll never hold that same energy for Nintendo. You know what I mean? But that's for another story. But to me, I just think that what they're doing, what Sony's doing, what Jim Ryan did, was dumb and detrimental to whatever it is that you wanted to do. Like it's not good because you can't trust them. You think they'll actually make all those franchises that they are now? Absolutely not. Look, that's not Sony's problem. It's not. Like if Microsoft, if this acquisition goes through, right? Microsoft owns Call of Duty, and for whatever reason, Call of Duty becomes the fail, right? It all of a sudden they Call of Duty is dead, right? They kill Call of Duty. If you're Sony, then what can you do about it? You can try to buy the franchise or do what I want you to do, make a game that'll compete. Make a game that will compete. And then if they lose their opportunity, if they lose their franchise, hey, guess what? You have something to stand back on. You have something to stand back on. But this acceptance of what Call of Duty is from the PlayStation audience and from Jim Ryan themselves is garbage to me. We all know Call of Duty is a huge deal, but it ain't the only first person shooter on the market. It's not. It's not the only one on the market, and you guys can make one that is at least better than Call of Duty. Is it going to be the moneymaker that Call of Duty is? No, but very few games are. But just because the game is not a moneymaker, that means the game don't deserve to be made. Like I hate that mentality. I hate that mentality because at the end of the day, you have to give you have to give games the opportunity to succeed instead of just automatically just cutting it and be like, oh well, no one's gonna buy it, so fuck it, we're not gonna make it. Because like I said, at the end of the day, I don't buy consoles to cheerlead executives. I buy console because of great games. And if you're not going to offer me great games, then I have no use for your platform. Period. And I'm not saying it's gone down to that extreme. Hold on, let me see. Mota said, "You hate that mentality, bro. You got a lot of hate in your heart, man." No, no, it's not. It's not that. But you have to take into account. I take gaming seriously. You know what I mean? I grew up on this hobby, and when I see companies doing bullshit like this, I'm not okay with it. Because this affects me. This affects me. Like I said, the whole thing about if they don't get Call of Duty no more, then it is what it is. I'm just gonna play on it. I'm just gonna play it on Xbox. It don't bother me. But this mindset that, oh, we can't make it as big as this game, so that means we're not gonna make it at all. I don't like that mentality. I don't like that. That to me is anti-consumer. That's anti-consumer. When you decide, you know what, we're not going to make this because we can't compete with that. That means you're giving me one less. You're giving me one less game to play. Let me read this. If it's not gonna make them money, they won't make it. That's fine. Then, if that's gonna be your mentality all throughout the generation, I'll get rid of this fucking PS5 right now. If that's gonna be their entire mentality, oh, we can't make money off of it, so we won't make it. We can't compete. We won't make it. I'm not. I ain't with that. I'm not with that mentality. I'm not with that mentality. And all the whining, bitching, complaining that I'm seeing online speaks to that. And I'm not. I ain't with it. I'm not with it. I want to see PlayStation compete. I want to see Sony. I want to see Microsoft compete. Not the way that they've done it with buying publishers and shit like that. But at the end of the day, that's their strategy. It is what it is. I can't stop it, and I'm not gonna sell my Xbox because of it. If it turns out that they make great, the only thing I care about is making great games. That's it. Make games that are great, then I'll be with you. I don't care. I just want to play great games. But my problem is that this mentality of oh, we can't compete, so we won't make that I can't. I would never support that. Never ever support that. So let me see here. If let me peruse through Twitter real quick, and if I see something that any new thing that come out, then I'll address it. Let me see. Let me see. I don't really see anything here. You know what I mean? Like I just like to me I just want great games, man. That's it. But I also want a mentality that will cultivate these great games. So yeah, I'm not really saying anything new here. So I'll just summarize and then I'll get out of here. Let me see. Yeah, man. Yeah, thank you for watching, Malta. I appreciate you, bro. But yeah, yeah. So I guess I'll do the same thing. Let me head out here. But let me just say this, right? Like I said before, like I know how big Call of Duty is. Like I know it's a huge deal. It's a juggernaut. But I personally don't believe one begging like port begging on an interview. I just can't. I can't deal with it. That's a huge pet peeve of mine. Like all these fucking port beggars that I see from everywhere, from PlayStation guys, the Xbox guys, the PC guys. Like I think I've seen some Nintendo guys do it too. All you port beggars can kiss my ass. absolutely you can kiss my ass. You know what I mean? Unless you legitimately cannot buy the platform, I don't want to hear jack shit from none of y'all. But we are in a generation of port beggar. That's what it is. And Jim Ryan's argument Jim Ryan's argument solidifies that. Y'all can all kiss my ass. Straight up. Like to me, if you guys you guys like if you can't like you have to understand the situation. The situation is that you guys you're not in a position of power no more. You're not. That's gonna be Microsoft game sooner or later is gonna be their game. And if they're offering you a deal, either you take the deal, you try to fight for a better deal, or you move the fuck on and make a competitor. It's that simple. Make a competitor. You know what I mean? Microsoft did it with Forza, competing against Gran Turismo. You know what I mean? Obviously, so you guys did it with Killzone to compete with Halo. So what's the problem? What's the problem? Like to me, at the end of the day, like this is a bad look on Jim Ryan. I don't give two shits what Phil Spencer had to say or do with any of this. This had nothing to do with him. Now, granted, I know that Jim Ryan called him out, but this ultimately my problem with this had nothing to do with Phil Spencer. I don't care about the deal with Microsoft. The deal that he offered the PlayStation is from a position of power. He has every right. He has every right as the owner of the property to ask for what he asked for. Now, if you're Jim Ryan, you don't feel like it's fair, then fine, negotiate a better deal. But at the end of the day, keep this shit in house. The fuck, like that to me, what he did putting out there in the article is port begging, straight up, and I'm not with that. I'm not with that. At the end of the day, just either accept the deal, negotiate a better deal, or move the fuck on, and make your own shit. They don't have anything else though, so you saying they should make a brand new IP? Yeah, fuck yeah, they should. They should. Yeah, they should. They did the same, dude. They did the same thing with Killzone. And yes, I know Killzone is dead and buried, but here's the thing: if Guerrilla Games wanted to continue, they would have continued. But they went to another series in Horizon, and I don't have a problem with that. But you have all like here's the thing, right? I knew Steve was gonna get me going. I knew he was gonna get me going, right? So you brought this up, and I said that I didn't want to talk about it, right? Like, about Savage Games, right? When they bought Savage Game, which is a mobile studio that they bought, right? You want to know why I didn't want to talk about it? Because that studio is making mobile games. I don't give a flying fuck about Sony's mobile game department. I don't fucking care. If you buy a studio that's not making PS5 games, then I don't give a flying fuck what they do. I don't care what they do. If you make PS5 games, then I'll listen. If they bought a studio that was making PS5 games, then I'll listen. But until then, I don't want to hear shit. I don't care. I don't care. At the end of the day, I bought the console to play PS5 games, not mobile games. You have all those studios that one of them can make a Call of Duty clone. One of them can do it. Obviously, it has to be good, but they can make something. Have one of them make something. Because all this port begging and shit like that ain't gonna fly with me, bro. That's not gonna fly with me. That mentality is not what I grew up on when it comes to gaming, and it's something that I'm not in favor of. That's why I wanted to talk about it. Is going to hurt console gamers and cater to mobile gamers. I mean, look, I don't have a problem with them buying. I don't care about them buying a mobile studio, but like, I don't care. I don't buy PS5 to play mobile games. I don't fucking care. Like, it's not my thing. Don't care. That's why I didn't want to talk about Savage Games because they're not making, because according to what I can tell, they're not making PS5 games. They're making mobile games. And it's like, hey, that's cute, but like, what am I gonna do with that? You think I'm just gonna go and act like these fucking fanboys and dislike everything that they do, brag about cloud gaming and playing games on my phone and shit like that? No, fuck no, fuck no. I ain't buy this $500 machine just to play my games on fucking on the fucking phone. I ain't do that. So, Steve, if you got anything else to say, let me know. I mean, I know we are going to talk about this on Monday. I would like to hear your thoughts on it. But let me see. Let me check. Let me check Twitter again. Let me see. It's great to see. It's great to see football back on. So looking forward to the Dolphins game. Hopefully they win. I'm not interested in I'm not interested in having them lose to the Patriots. So yeah. So yeah, I think that's about it. I don't see nothing else here. Pretty much just to say this, like I said before, like Jim Ryan has no, he's not in a position of power. He like there's nothing he can do, and I would prefer that he would let me rephrase that. When it comes to this deal, when it comes to Call of Duty, there really is nothing he can do, right? Instead of whining and complaining about it on the internet, get one of your studios to make some kick ass games. That's it. Like this makes some kick ass games. That's it. Like that's all I care about. Make some great games. And if Microsoft fucks up the franchise, they fuck up the franchise. It's not going to be the first time they fucked up a franchise. Let's be frank about that. So, if they do, you have something going on, then you're good, and you don't have to share shit with nobody. Even though based on what this fucking idiot says, he would love to put his things on everything. Nintendo Gamer, how you doing, bro? You're gonna have to go watch all over again. Oh man, when we get, oh man, Rodolphe, what's good, bro? When are we getting, when are we getting on Steam, bro? Like like I said, I got a car repair that I have to prepare for, but I tell you what, man. Like I gotta get my stuff in order, man. And then I'll definitely get on Steam. Definitely. I know you got that library for me waiting. I look forward to it. But yeah. What's so funny? All this time, right? Like Steve is begging this man, yo, if you got something to say it on the podcast. Say it on the podcast. And now he's and now he comments on my and I appreciate it too, man. I appreciate him coming on the show. But it's funny, Steve always telling this man, yo, type it in the chat. And now he does it. He does it on my video. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, man. But anyway, I do gotta go, man. I gotta get some stuff done. So, like I said, if you unfortunately for those of you who came in late, just watch it from the beginning. Yeah, give you an idea of what I'm talking about. But anyway, just from roll call, obviously Steve, Rodolphe, Nintendo Gamer, Malta. Thank you guys for watching. This is Hoover 186. I'm out. Peace.